the sky painted in soft hues by the divine artist. A breeze stirs the willows, their branches reaching skyward in silent supplication. My breath forms clouds in the brisk winter air, each a fleeting prayer. I hold a worn yellowed letter, a relic of unsent words and unvoiced confessions to a father I barely knew. The cold seeps through my coat as I tread a path flanked by skeletal trees. My pulse echoes in the stillness, a reminder of life's rhythms. I pause to gaze at the letter close to my heart. Its pages are stained with ink, words heavy with the weight I've carried too long. The wind whispers through the trees, urging me forward, but hesitation roots me, kneeling on the roadside's cold stone. I bow my head, Lord of mercy. I whisper, guide me through these shadows. In the thickened stillness, I sense hope, a whisper of heaven's promise for healing. The frosted path crunches softly with each step. The silent forest crackles with ice, and a distant bird's call. In this quiet, I find an ancient chapel. Its door creaks open, beckoning me into the warm glow of flickering candles. Their light sings silent hymns, echoing past prayers, each flame a tribute to enduring faith. On a rough bench, I let the warmth seep into my bones. I unfurl the letter and press my hands together. Shepherd of my soul, I whisper, I am lost, help me let go. My heart listens in the hush, sensing a thread of grace weaving through fear. In stillness, I glimpse an unspoken promise, a reminder of love's healing power. The turning call strengthened, I step outside. The sun now spills golden light, a heavenly embrace. Each sunbeam whispers encouragement. In the distance, spring's first signs emerge, life breaking free. Moved by a divine nudge, I pull out my phone. Each number pressed is a prayer, a step toward reconciliation. Father, my voice cracks as he answers, a bridge forming between us. I listen, the silence heavy but warming. I am here if you'll have me. His reply thaws the distance, a new story rooted in forgiveness and grace begins, where healing mends old wounds. At dusk I light a lamp by my bedside, its glow a testament to faith. Enduring stars prick the night sky, witnesses to my heart's transformation. The vast universe mirrors the soul's journey, from night to day, from death to life. in my pocket are lines in our story of redemption. The room fills with peace beyond understanding. I kneel, pressing palms together, Holy One. Thank you for guiding light. May I walk renewed by your grace and truth. Lord of all compassion, in your light we find our way. Guide us through shadow to the dawn. Heal the scars with your gentle hand. We trust in your eternal love. Amen.
hospital night held a sacred quiet, rain tapping softly against the large, glazed windows, tracing languid rivulets in the glow of the distant streetlights. The polished floor mirrored faint reflections of those passing by. A subtle dance of light and shadow. Alex sat slumped in a chair, face buried in his hands, the contours of his shoulders heavy with the weight of his world. His heart churned with a tempest of anxiety, a maelstrom of fear and uncertainty. Yet, the air around him carried a sterile hope, a promise of rebirth, echoing with the faint beeping of machines that stood as silent sentinels to life. Nearby, a warm lamp stood sentinel, casting a soft, gentle light over his turmoil. To Alex, it was a tender hand resting on his shoulder, offering a sliver of comfort in the engulfing shadows. He glanced at the lamp, seeking solace, took a deep breath and closed his eyes, retreating within himself to find peace. His heart whispered prayers, earnest and raw, a plea rising from the depths of his soul to the open heavens.
God, Lord of mercy, his heart cried, I feel lost and afraid, please guide me.
Across the hall, Nurse Sarah moved quietly, her gentle steps barely audible in the enveloping stillness. Her compassionate eyes met his, a silent acknowledgement of his struggle. Her presence, a soft assurance in the solitary vigil, silently reminding him that he was not alone. A gentle revelation, time unfurled with the rain's gentle serenade against the window panes. The clock's slow hands ticked in concert with Alex's anxious heartbeat. Each second measured in breaths rather than time, a comforting memory emerged from the turbulent depths. A verse from Psalm 23, like a life preserver tossed into stormy waters. The lamp flickered slightly, its warm glow enveloping him in a cocoon of golden light. Within, Alex felt a divine whisper coursing through the tendrils of his troubled heart, softening and guiding him. He straightened in his seat, his breathing even, a realization dawning. The call to defend truth, but with kindness, was his path forward. He eyed his phone, its screen darkened foreboding, yet courage blossomed in the faint reflection of his own eyes. He prepared for a momentous prayer, a conversation with God that would fortify his soul. Shepherd of my soul, I give you my fears, he whispered, his voice barely more than a breath, weaving faith and hope around his heart. Grant me courage to reconcile, to speak truth with love. Help me to reach out in humility. The atmosphere shifted imperceptibly, the air growing thick with promise and possibility. As Sarah passed by with a soft smile, it was a reminder of unseen acts of grace fluttering just beyond sight, ready to alight in their own time. With courage as his armor, Alex dialed a number he'd long avoided, his fingers lingering over each digit, embedding them with silent prayers. The ring resonated in his ear, each tone matching the anxious rhythm of his heart. The phone's cool metal served as an anchor, grounding him as he prepared to step out in faith. Hey, it's me, he began softly, his voice trembling yet sincere, each word a digital prayer sent across the silent waves. I'm sorry for the silence, I want to make things right. The unfolding conversation held its challenges, terrain rough and uncertain. Yet words were carefully weighed, each syllable laying a stone in the rebuilding of a long crumbled bridge. As the call concluded, Alex felt a lightness unfurl within him. A burden lifted by grace, freeing him from the chains he'd carried for too long.
Outside, the rain softened to whisper, as if blessing the renewed bond in its gentle cadence. In the warm, forgiving glow of the lamp, Alex felt transformed by prayer. Hope and love rekindled in the silent vigil of the night. God of all healing, thank you for guiding my steps. Help me to carry your light into the world, to defend truth, but with the grace of kindness. Keep my